you are attentive and cautious with your money, becoming renowned typically comes with being wealthy. Most celebrities, on the other hand, get carried away with their luxurious lifestyles and end up with empty bank accounts and chaotic lives. Which celebrities are in financial trouble? This video features the top 10 broke celebrities that went bankrupt, as well as those who are currently in debt. And who knows, their story may inspire you to make better financial decisions in the future. Before we continue, kindly hit the notification button to be notified when next I post new videos. So without further ado, let's dive in. Number 10. Sinbad. The comedian Sinbad has gone bankrupt twice. The first occurred in 2009 as a result of a significant $2.5 million spending liability. Due to the high costs of doing business, Sinbad sought financial protection in 2013, all in the hopes of obtaining a blockbuster film project that would replenish his coffers. At the time of his eventual insolvency, Sinbad was reportedly in the negative for $10 million, $8 million of which were owing to unpaid assets from 1998 to 2006. Number 6. Curt Schilling. The company's grandiose aspirations were made easier to take by 38 Studios' high-profile boss, a well-regarded New England sports star who notably won Game 6 of the 2004 American League Championship despite a gruesome ankle injury. In 2010, the state of Rhode Island awarded a $75 million economic development loan to 38 Studios, which promised to complete its planned MMORPG in 2 years and generate 450 jobs in the economically depressed state. The rehabilitation was fast. Schilling, a vocal political conservative, was chastised for collecting and then squandering millions of government funds. According to Bloomberg, the acquisition generated years of litigation with the state of Rhode Island, eventually receiving a little more than half of its initial investment. According to the Portland Press Herald, the Securities and Exchange Commission had accused the state of Rhode Island and Wells Fargo, its principal financial intermediary, of fraud. Schilling avoided criminal charges and personal bankruptcy, but his business reputation was shattered and his fortunes were severely harmed. His $50 million net worth at retirement dwindled to barely $1 million 4 years later, according to the Toronto Star, promoting him to sell off valued personal belongings, including the bloody stock from the 2004 ALCS. Number 8. Chris Tucker. Tucker was one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors. However, he found himself in financial trouble that was serious after the government filed a $2.5 million tax lien against him. He was fortunate in that he was able to negotiate an agreement and avoid going to jail. His financial issues began when he entrusted his money to the management staff. Now he regrets it. Number 7. Nicolas Cage. Cage began a decade-long shopping spree that rivaled Mike Tyson's in the 1990s. Several supercars, including a rare Ferrari and the Shah of Iran's Lamborghini, rare jewels, a shark, a crocodile, 2 king cobras, at least 1 dinosaur skull, a collection of pygmy shrunken heads, a private aircraft, and a pyramid tombstone in the New Orleans cemetery. Cage also bought and sold a slew of exotic properties, including a 26-acre Rhode Island estate, then the state's most expensive sold home ever, castles in England and Germany, a private island in the Bahamas, a haunted New Orleans mansion that allegedly saw a string of grisly murders in the 1800s, and a comic-strewn Southern California mansion described by the Los Angeles Times as a frat home bordello. The IRS filed a tax lien against Cage's New Orleans house in 2009 for millions of dollars in unpaid taxes dating back to the early 2000s, which he owned. Later that year, former girlfriend and mother of Cage's oldest kid, Christina Fulton, sued him for $13 million and ownership of his property, which was held by Cage. Cage was also struck with a counter-lawsuit by company manager Samuel Levin, whom he'd previously sued for fraud and carelessness. Cage's California property was eventually foreclosed on. However, it did not sell in a fire sale foreclosure auction, perhaps on account of its questionable decor. He also lost a smaller Nevada home to foreclosure, and he sold many of his exotic personal belongings separately. It's not nearly bankruptcy, it's more like a forced downsize. Number 6. Johnny Depp. For each Pirate of the Caribbean film movie, Depp was paid $30 million. He was the highest paid actor in the world in 2012, earning $8 billion for his films globally. As of 2017, he possesses 14 residencies, an 18 million boat, and 45 automobiles. Each month, he also spends a lot of money on wine. He alleges that his financial team squandered his millions, bankrupting Depp. Number 5. Wesley Snipes. In the early 1990s, Wesley Snipes was one of Hollywood's biggest performers. His work in such films such as New Jack City, Passenger 57, Blade, and others helped him establish himself as one of Hollywood's highest paid and most popular performers. His issues began when he was convicted in federal jail for tax fraud after failing to file U.S. federal income tax returns on many occasions. He also became bankrupt as a result of his excessive spending. Number 4. Michael Vick. Vick's financial demise was caused by three threads. For starters, he was a spendthrift throughout his early career. At his peak, he made $40 million per year, a staggering sum even for a top-tier NFL quarterback. But he also helped out some 30 family members and associates, often extravagantly. Vick's younger brother received a new automobile every year on his birthday. He also made some dubious investment mistakes, including a $1.6 million wager with a business partner who spent the money on automobiles and inflating his income. For 5 years, Vick operated a sophisticated and blatant interstate dogfighting ring out of his Virginia home. Vick's financial problems were not caused by dogfighting, but they came to a head when authorities discovered what was going on. His earning potential plummeted after his sentence. While Vick was racking up victories on the field, his first agent was pursuing a $45 million lawsuit resulting from a contract dispute in 2001. Vick declared bankruptcy shortly after the parties reached a $4.5 million settlement in 2008. Vick might have avoided bankruptcy if his agency hadn't requested full payment straight away, according to ESPN. Vick filed for bankruptcy in 2008, stating assets of less than $50 million and obligations of up to $50 million. Vick lost the majority of his tangible assets as a result of the proceedings, and the Atlanta Falcons added insult to injury by clawing back about 20% of Vick's $37 million signing bonus. Number 3. Pamela Anderson. Until the asset man came knocking, Pamela Anderson was figuring out how to keep her accounts on track. Despite a way of life that included magnificent residencies, expensive festivities, and various plastic medical operations, Anderson earned $35 million as one of Hollywood's most valuable centerfold female gems. In any case, after losing all of her well-deserved money, this American actress ended up as one of the homeless celebrities living in a trailer park. Number 2. Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent. After peaking in the mid-2000s, 50 Cent's album sales and earnings have slowly fallen. Despite a few commercial achievements including his Glasgow venture, Cent lived a luxurious lifestyle that included Rolls-Royce cars and a Connecticut estate that Mike Tyson had lost a few years before. He generously supported a small army of friends and family, including his grandfather and a former longtime lover, as do many wealthy celebrities from modest origins. He also freely donated to good humanitarian initiatives in Africa, such as HIV treatment and prevention. Cent also suffered from self-inflicted wounds. He publicly leaked a sex film involving a competitor's rapper ex-girlfriend as a form of personal retaliation and was later compelled to pay $5 million to settle the ensuing lawsuit. He also lost more than $2 million on another headphone startup, Sleek, by 50, and was then faced with an $18 million lawsuit for allegedly copying the concept for the device. He had publicly acknowledged that he lost millions in the stock market during the 2008 financial crisis. However, the exact magnitude of his loss and subsequent recovery is unknown. Cent's obligations totaled more than $20 million, with assets totaling less than $15 million. In an attempt to restructure and trim down these debts, he declared bankruptcy in 2015, losing a large portion of his fortune in the process. Cent, in particular, was compelled to separate ways with his Farmington property, following in the footsteps of Mike Tyson. Number 1. Mike Tyson. At the height of his career, Tyson was paid $30 million each bout, yet he bled money as easily as he got it. He was dubbed a wealth machine to himself and others, who detained exorbitant spending on jewelry, homes, vehicles, limousines, smartphones, parties, apparel, motorcycles, and even Siberian tigers. He bought a $173,000 gold chain on credit in December 2002, adding to his $27 million in obligations disclosed in his 2003 bankruptcy declaration. Tyson owed $17.4 million in taxes to the US and UK authorities, a $9 million divorce settlement with former wife Monica Turner, several millions in commitments to a slew of lawyers and producers, and more than $300,000 to a limousine company among his large debts. His most valuable assets were a house in Farmington, Connecticut, in which he quickly sold to cover the divorce settlement, and 2 lavish villas in Las Vegas. Tyson was pursuing a $100 million lawsuit against boxing promoter Don King at the time of filing his bankruptcy, claiming that King had defrauded him of millions of dollars in earnings. According to the New York Times, he settled with King in 2004 for $14 million, reducing but not eliminating his debts. Tyson was able to emerge from bankruptcy after relinquishing a large portion of his physical assets and setting aside a large portion of his future earnings to pay off his creditors. That's all for today, folks. Thank you for spending some time with us. If you found this video interesting, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get access to more interesting videos like this from us. Thank you so much for watching, and